Hello, hello, hello. We are back with a Brian Laundrie update. I've got with me Arianthe, the Merc Radio crew. What is going on?
Hey.
All right. So the story we talked about yesterday, I wanted to start us off kind of strong. It hit the fucking news cycle. We hit it before the fucking news cycle here at Merc Radio. And yeah, that was the fucking headline. Cops are actively investigating possible sighting of Brian Laundrie on deer cam 500 miles away from his home in Florida. Ooh, spicy. Bitch, I
Yeah,
fucking knew there was something to that. That shit looks like him. And it's not
it
far
it
away,
really
honestly, from
does.
his place. Like, this dude travels across country.
Yeah. Well, there was one last night too where they said that they were looking into a possible sighting in Mobile.
Oh, in Alabama, yeah, that tracks. That's actually,
Mhm.
he could just. I like the theory that maybe he's following, national forests and parks until he gets to Mexico.
Yeah.
Um, Now, we were talking earlier. I guess there's fucking Brian supporters coming out of the woods. Is that right, Arianthe?
Yes, I got with one girl who really wants to have a conversation with me about why she thinks Brian is innocent.
Oh,
And when that happens, I will record it and make sure that you get that audio.
oh, hell yes, hell yes.
Because it's very interesting. They are coming out in droves. It's a very Chris Watts situation where, like, now Gabby's the villain and she hit him and she beat on him and she even admits it in the police cam
Yeah,
and he was just defending himself and that's why he's scared. And
cuh.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you don't defend yourself till someone's fucking dead. I mean, maybe if he pushed her and she fell on a rock, but here's the thing, you don't fucking hide that. Like, you don't run like this.
Right.
Like, you fucking shot
Imagine
her or something.
imagine the coincidence of you pushing her away from you and she hits her head perfectly on a rock to kill her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How hard did you push her? I
How
don't know.
hard did you push her?
It's a very interesting
Well,
thought.
and there's, okay, so I used to date a girl about Gabby Petito's size, about her build, right? And yeah,
Mhm.
girl at time that was the only girlfriend I had ever had that had physically come at me.
Oh, that's not okay.
No, and here's the but I don't consider myself abused in the situation. She was upset. She ran at me, I think to lay hands on me. And again, I'm 6'2", over 200 pounds. I just grabbed her arms, kind of picked her up a little bit and set her down and said no, and then ran out of the house really scared. Like,
Like, hey, let's not hit people.
yeah,
I
so
don't think that's definitely not abuse in my opinion.
yeah, like she didn't hit me, I didn't hit her. There's ways to de-escalate a situation like that, and the fact that I don't know, I don't find that a valid fucking excuse that his supporters are throwing out there, as if I don't know,
Yeah,
it's
I
such
really
bullshit.
don't either. I really don't either. And what's scary, and I think the worst part of it all, is they keep commenting on like her dad's Instagram post and all of these posts that were leading up to actually finding her.
Mm-hmm.
They were going through and they were commenting on it, calling her a monster, calling her trash.
It's such
One person
bullshit.
said, I hope they find her and she's dead. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Man, there's
What
some
the fuck is wrong with you?
there's a new flavor of misogynist out there. I'm telling you. There's a
Yeah,
flavor of misogyny that's come out of the woodwork that is truly fucking something to behold. And that is
yeah.
fucking despicable behavior. Like, you're talking to the family of a victim. It doesn't matter their fucking gender at
Mhm.
this point. That's a fucking victim. Like, that's the family of a
Exactly.
victim. And
Yeah.
no matter at the time if we're talking about them abusing the family before or harassing the family before she was found, it's like, dude, that's still a victim. She's gone.
Mhm.
She was, I mean, at best case scenario, he left her in the fucking desert.
Yeah. That would have been great compared.
Hmm. But I
But
think
she
I think this family attorney knows exactly what fucking happened.
Oh, yeah, I think they do. There's also been some theory that Brian never actually went home.
Oh.
Yeah,
Really?
I keep hearing that one too. No one's seen Brian since he got home except for his parents. Is
Ooh.
is the claim now, and I'm like, well, then where is he? And so the theory on that is like he called his parents. His parents knew exactly what happened, and they got him the hell out of the country.
Mm.
Because mom
Mm.
works in government, so she's got a
Good
pretty good paying
Lord.
job.
I will say that's yeah, okay, so maybe the family was trying to cover for homeboy and dude didn't even go home or report anything to his family. They just
Picking
acted on his
everyone.
behalf.
Yeah. And also I found an interview with Gabby's mom where she had reached out to Brian's mom in the days leading up to them actually filing a missing persons report and was like, "Hey, have you heard from the kids? I haven't been able to get a hold of Gabby." And Brian's mom never messaged her back. So that she knew.
Holy
In
shit.
my opinion, she knew.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, the mom, yeah. I think the family must have known. I see that's why I think Brian probably talked to his family. I think he went home and cried like an entitled privileged white boy, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he went home and
Uh,
cried to his trust fund.
yeah, Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah.
I just find it very interesting that like his family is like, we had no idea she was even missing until there was a missing persons report filed. Well, then why didn't you message her mom back?
And why was your immediate response to the police your attorney?
Yeah. I mean, I understand getting an attorney, whether you're guilty or innocent, you should always, you know, lawyer
Lawyer
up.
up, yeah, for sure, absolutely. That's your
Uh,
right as an American, and everybody should do that. But
Absolutely. But what I don't understand is the unwillingness to help find her.
I want to
If
know.
she was like if she was missing and you had no idea where she was, and this girl was set to become your daughter-in-law. Like
Mm-hmm.
this girl was going to join your family, and your
Mm-hmm.
response was go talk to our lawyer and we're not going to help you look for her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bitch, it's because you already knew she was gone.
You knew she was dead. Brian told you what fucking happened, and you're trying to fucking make sure he doesn't go to jail for the rest of his life
Yeah.
because he probably is feeding a sob story like,
Oh,
she hit
sure.
me and it was an accident.
Yeah.
She pushed me too far, blah blah blah. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, no, that's on you. You don't murder somebody because they pushed you too far. You
If you get
walk
pissed,
away.
If you get pissed, you leave. If you get pissed, you leave. You
You
walk
walk
away,
away.
break
Like,
up with her.
yeah,
And
don't
if
stay
you're
with
really
them.
a dirtbag, leave her in the fucking desert for somebody to have to pick up as a hitchhiker. Like if
Yeah.
you're really a dirtbag.
Yeah.
But you don't kill people.
No. No. I've been treated wrong by plenty of ladies. Never would I fucking leave them in the desert even. I wouldn't even leave them in the desert. Like the best case
No.
scenario for this situation where he just left her in the desert. That's not I wouldn't even that's fucking inhumane as hell. It's fucking
Yeah,
amoral. It's
absolutely.
vicious. That's a vicious act. I mean,
That is a vicious act. And for some reason, that 911 dispatcher has me angry too.
yeah.
She was seriously worried about him leaving her there. Like he had definitely threatened to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And like at one point she like climbed over him to get into the van, like through the
Whoa.
driver's side.
Whoa.
That is what reports say. So she
Oh.
was afraid she was going to get left there.
Oh my God. I want to hop over
Very.
real quick to this. You sent me this on Discord. This is the cryptic message from Brian on Pinterest.
Yes.
And it's this
Yes.
little image here that says, the opposite of lost. Don't try to find me. I have finally escaped my master's wicked clutches. To the others, I say, join me. Bite the hand that feeds you. Vive la liberté, Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, okay. Another post in the folder titled My Heart contains a quote from the 1999 movie Fight Club, more Palahniuk, that reads, it's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. About 5 weeks ago, dude, homie, you murdering your girlfriend and going on the lam is not your goddamn into the wild moment.
No.
This isn't your
No.
into the wild moment, homie. Like, you're not fucking McCandless. I do hope you die out there.
Yeah.
I mean, no,
Yes.
I'd rather him sit in fucking jail, miserable, without a trust
Oh,
fund or parents.
I will happily pay for
Yeah.
his meals in jail if that's where gets
Well,
to sit.
you see his build. He'll get passed around like a bowl of popcorn in jail. Like he'll get,
Like a bowl of popcorn.
he'll be his snack in the fucking jail. But it's a federal crime he's committed at this point, I believe. So, you know.
My favorite thing you've said today, like a bowl of popcorn.
Yeah, he'll pass his ass around like a bowl of popcorn. Not even playing. Like he's not gonna
I
have a
like
good
it.
time in jail. He's also in jail for killing his fucking girlfriend, and everyone knows. So,
Yeah, and we're
mm,
still not clear on if he did kill
yeah.
that couple in Utah or not.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I have,
If this is a spree killing, he's gonna be. They're gonna have to ad seg him for his own safety, kind of thing.
man,
You know, they'd have to put him in administrative
I,
segregation.
I, I really, I don't know. Derek and I have been talking about this for days now.
Yeah,
And so Derek is super convinced that he definitely had something to do with the murders in Utah.
the two Utah women.
I hope he did, just simply so those families have answers.
Yeah, yeah. I hope
Because
there's some. I'm gonna try to
that's not
follow
getting
that.
any attention.
Not
It's not
any.
getting any attention whatsoever. They're
Yeah,
just like, yeah, this couple was killed. It was crazy, but it's definitely not connected. Anyway, and I'm like,
yeah,
what are we doing?
yeah. You know,
Yeah.
there's obviously see, and that's what's so weird to me about this is in a every example of a like a spree or second degree type of homicide situation I've ever observed, right? I've never
Mm-hmm.
noticed like I've never seen I mean outside of maybe Andrew Cunanan, I've never seen an example of someone leaving cross country bodies, two of them looking like a classic example of sexual assault
Right.
and then
Yeah.
disappearing a girlfriend and going on a cross like this is I mean the only thing I really have to parallel this is the assassination of Gianni Versace when Andrew Cunanan murdered his past and then murdered
Yes.
Versace and then shot himself in a boat like
Mm-hmm.
but again like the why partially clothed in the river, was it because they were asleep when you came up to them, were they, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like there's so many with those two in
Yeah.
particular, his involvement. I want to know, like, was it him? Is it? Do we have some other crazy fucker out there
Yeah.
just
Well,
killing
if
fucking lesbians and you know getting away with it?
right, and then that's kind
You
of
know?
where I'm at too. Like, I need to know if this was him or not because, like, I hike, I camp. Hell, I was just in four different camping spots over this last weekend, and I was pretty close. I went to Colorado and New Mexico, and so I'm like,
Yeah,
somebody needs to tell me because the last thing I need is to be out there with my kids.
yeah. You were just camping in that part of the country. I do. I mean, look, the commonality, the connection for Brian Laundrie to have been at that fucking co-op with that couple all
At the same time,
fucking day, the day they died.
yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's
I
fucking
think it's
weird.
very interesting and somewhat ignorant to, and of course, I don't have all the evidence. I don't fucking know. But in my opinion, it's very interesting and quite ignorant to say, oh, they're definitely not connected, but we
Yeah,
have no details.
yeah, yeah. But we have no details.
The
I
fuck do you mean it's not connected? How do you know?
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. What did you find? If it isn't connected, please reassure the public who is out there camping in public spaces that they aren't in danger, or if we are,
Exactly.
where to be fucking concerned, because they
Yeah.
found that fucking campsite that was seemingly abandoned with over 30 individual weapons in it near the
That's
place where those two
wild.
two ladies were found dead. And
That's scary. I seem to think that they were found partially clothed because they were asleep when they were attacked.
yeah,
Derek seems to think that it is someone who was on a power trip, i.e., a narcissist,
yeah.
i.e., Brian.
Yep. I've got here
Because
pulled up
he's
an
fucking.
image of his room.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Let's
I
see.
was. I should have looked that up.
Yeah. So he's got, I think they're circling what looks like copies of Watchmen. He's obviously a fan of Chuck Palahniuk. He's got a keyboard in here. Some fairly aggressive tribal art, it looks like. A Darth Vader mask. Is that a burnt American flag?
Oof.
I think
Yeah,
it
I think
is.
that's what.
I think it's a burnt American flag. Kind of just a typical hippie dude room. I would, if I was in this room, I would just assume there's pretty good pot somewhere. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Uh,
yeah, but he's kind of a more a high class
yeah.
rich dude. So I'm gonna assume there's some heroin in there somewhere, some cocaine.
Oh, some hard narcotics. You think maybe he was in that? I
Yeah.
bet you he was part of that festival scene too. Probably, you
Or
know.
script, yeah, some prescription medication
Yeah.
that doesn't belong to him.
Interesting things I'm noticing. We have kind of pseudo violent literature exclusively. We have some fairly violent tribal art. We have a Darth Vader mask, a burnt American flag sitting adjacent to his what seemed to be like militaristic hats for the most part. Like here's one with like the US Army or Air Force, whatever fucking sign on it.
But a burnt
Camo
American
hat.
flag sitting up there.
Yeah. So what an
Um,
interesting militaristic kind of I don't know. The organization of it's interesting too. Like this room is fucking pretty organized.
yeah,
Folding table for his laptop.
I want to know what's on that bookshelf.
Yeah. Again, that kind of just looks like the spine to Watchmen, and then maybe a series of something. Let's see here. Let's open this article up. See if they're gonna explain what the
Children
fuck they're
have
circling.
My kids have Darth Vader masks, so I'm not. That's whatever.
Social media sleuths claim Laundrie's apparently an avid reader is also spotted engrossed in a book about women who go missing in a video YouTube channel. Okay. So yeah, no, that is Watchmen.
Bye.
That's what they're circling here is Watchmen. I don't know
Uh,
why that's I mean honestly that's one of the most popular comic books.
yeah. I'm
Oh,
not.
we got a comment from Lana. Do we think he's still in the States? I think he might still be stuck in the States right now. Look, I had this map up earlier. Let's get this bitch pulled back up. Look, if this was him in Baker, Florida, near the Gulf of fucking Mexico, he might be in Mexico by now.
They're fighting in Mobile, according to
Yeah.
the guy who reported it. You know, and then
Yeah.
the police apparently find it credible enough to look into it. So
Yeah.
that's where they're headed next. And they
Yeah.
have switched gears on looking for him in this reserve. They went from one side of it, now they're on the completely opposite side.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
um, I think they know that he's moving out.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
he's
yeah. This looks like a clear train if the sightings are accurate. He's going to
mhm.
Mexico and what headed toward Texas to get into Mexico. How's he going to get into Mexico? And I mean obviously not by sea. So
He probably would have done better to take a boat, but
I honestly would have just left from the fucking, penis tip of Florida and just
right?
left from
That's what I
the
was
tip of
thinking
Florida.
too. But this man is not a smart man.
No, and he's trying to like use what he considers as like his resources, which I'm gonna go into the wild. This is his end of the wild
Yeah,
moment. This is
yeah.
his for
Someone
the
had
gram into the wild moment.
Right. Someone had made a comment yesterday about how, oh, well, he could survive for, I think it was his dad, said that he could survive for months on his own. And I'm like, are you taunting the potatoes? Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Why are you? Yeah. Are you fucking? Are you fucking kidding
Like,
me?
what a thing to fucking say. It's
Yeah.
very,
And this is a map of their cross country plans. What scares me is we don't like we. I would assume he had what 10, 11 days to seriously plan, like get with his family, get an attorney, plan, get back home, get some preliminary hiking gear, and fucking try to get to Mexico. So he's got
that is,
quite the head start,
you know what is so terrifying about looking at this map? I camp over there all the time. I'm in
right?
that area all the time.
That's I have. You're not my only friend that camps in that area or just like goes out to that area recreationally, and it's like fuck,
I
no,
just keep looking at that map and I'm like, I very well could have passed through there at the same time they did. Very
yeah,
well. I don't think I did. But then again, I'm not paying attention. I'm trying to keep my children herded.
Yeah. See, I would like to know exactly. Like, we had someone in the comments on the last Brian Laundry video talking about, like, that's definitely not him. Hair. Hair grows.
It does.
My hair grows fast. I
Yeah.
could grow from yeah, I can. This is like a few fucking months of fucking. I had it down to Johnny Depp and Secret Window. I don't. It's not gonna take a month to fucking go from looking like this to looking like this. In fact, he would have to shave some.
Yeah.
The fuck was that dude talking about? That's such a. Some of the.
Yeah.
I think maybe we've had some Brian supporters show up.
I
Um,
I think maybe we have had some low key Brian supporters pop in.
yeah.
There's a lot of that's not him. He didn't do that. Like that's not him. That keep popping up in the comments where I'm like,
Yeah. I like that the end of the Daily Mail's article on this is like, this is just our video from yesterday. It's just, yeah, it's just our speculation at the end here. It's like, yeah, and then the backpack, and he looks like the sames, and he's
yeah, exactly.
sketchy.
Yeah, Ray Redacted is right. It's been almost a month.
Let's be real about hair. Yeah, if dude would have been on the
Yeah.
video with a Frasier mullet, I still probably would have thought it was Brian Laundrie. Because I haven't seen a current fucking what his hair is doing.
Yeah. No one has, apparently, just his parents.
Yeah, yeah. What?
So,
And that's, again, kind of allegedly his parents.
yeah. Allegedly his parents, they claim to have.
Yeah,
I have a lot of anger toward the Laundries.
yeah.
And people get really upset and I've commented on it a few times and people are like, well, you don't know what it's like to have kids. And I'm like, I do. Mine just aren't murderers. But if they were, they better not. But if they were, no way in hell would I hide my child.
No. No. If there's no, boy, you better go fucking tell me what happened to your girlfriend.
You best
Homie.
tell me.
Boy, you better
And
act like
we'll
you've been
figure it out.
somewhere. I'm gonna be the first person to bop that big head around. If it was my fucking
Uh-huh.
son that did that shit. We have a
Exactly.
comment from Janet Davis on YouTube. She says he was reading Annihilation. It's a 2014 novel by Jeff Vandermeer, and it was in their very first video. Van life,
Uh,
beginning our van life journey minutes, 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Let's check that out.
yeah.
Let's check that out, Janet. Let's see.
Oh, I have so much anger towards a lot. I kind of went off in your comments yesterday, and I was so
Look, man, some
people
people's
are like,
defense of Brian is fucking hilarious. Like, you're gonna have to bring more heat than the hair's wrong.
yeah. Well, and that, and like, just, do you think that Brian's parents should be in trouble for anything? Let's talk about aiding and abetting, and let's talk about obstruction of justice. How about all
Yeah.
of that? Woo!
6 minutes,
Girl,
40
get
seconds.
mad.
We're gonna go 20 seconds before that shit. Just kind of look at them in their life for a bit.
Yeah.
This is a fucking cute setup.
That's a really good question, Mike. What would be his motivation to all of this? Why did he do it? That's a really good question.
We kind of started the video off speculating on that. It could have been that, and like the police report shows, she is a reactive person. Or
Mm-hmm.
he is a reactive person, and she's just will throw hands. She'll throw things. He says that she fucking veered the car off the road. I don't necessarily believe all of that.
Know
But
that she did all that. Again, it's pure speculation. I have no idea.
yeah.
Maybe she did hit him back. Maybe she did.
Yeah, I would
And in that
say,
case, congratulations.
yeah. I think he's just a fucking idiot and probably beat her to death. But again, if she's shot, those two in Utah were shot.
They were
They were
shot,
camped
yeah.
awfully fucking close to them.
Mm-hmm.
It is a hella cute setup. This is fucking sad.
Yeah.
She's getting to live her dream, dude.
Yeah, her parents were talking about that. Her stepdad is, or he was, in Wyoming. And he said, I understand why Gabby wanted to come here because it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that broke my heart. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
man.
That's fucking tough. That
It is. Been
it's
there,
such a
done that.
beautiful
It's gorgeous
place.
out there.
Yeah, in Utah, the Grand Tetons, this whole fucking the West, just the American West. It's beautiful out here. Our
It is.
deserts are to die in a place where you should be living.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at your peak too. This is a girl at her
22 years old. She's only 22.
infinite potential. Both of them could have been anywhere. Could have had anything. Boy, they probably would have been successful streamers, successful
Yeah.
fucking content creators for surezies. Finally find a place to
People
settle down.
really enjoy travel vloggers
Yeah,
because
yeah,
people can't travel. Like,
yeah,
whether it be money restrictions or whatever, travel vloggers are a big thing right now.
yeah.
When people are in quarantine and kind of stuck in their houses.
I sound like an old man. I know that there Casey Neistat makes some money doing. He used to do them travel vlogs, right? That Casey Neistat, right?
Casey, nice.
He does that. He'll bungee jump off of the Great Pyramids and shit, right?
Can we find the part where he's sitting in the hammock reading and pause on it?
Yes.
Because that's what Janet was talking about. I want to see what that book is.
Bam! He is reading Annihilation. That is
Yeah.
indeed what's happening there. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of I can't, it's YouTube, so I can't zoom in on it, but it is indeed. I can get my peepers nice and close, and that's Annihilation. That's by that is the book indeed that she is indeed saying it is. What a weird cat.
I'm interested to learn more about him. But
yeah.
I enjoyed true crime and serial killers. So, like,
Motive is always the thing that fascinates me. Why did someone do something? I don't like observing anything I can't take apart and put back together, and that's why human nature fascinates me. You can't. I mean, to a certain degree, you can kind of get the variables from them, and we can speculate on variables and meet in the middle. But
yeah.
you
Yep, I have a very heavy interest in wanting to know what makes people like this tick.
yeah,
And, I had the same question
yeah.
that Mike does. Why? Why would you do something like that? What is your motivation?
Yeah, and if
Motive.
if it's not a premeditated homicide on your part, then why act the way you did?
Yeah.
If this was
Why?
an accident,
Why run away like that? I understand being scared.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you accidentally kill somebody, of course you're going to be like, oh, shit,
Yeah.
fuck, I messed up.
Yep.
But why the complete and utter, I don't know. I guess I can't really say because I've never been in that situation. I've never come at somebody in a way that could potentially kill them.
Yeah.
So I have no idea how I would react, and I can only assume I would react a certain way.
Yes. The Room, and again, this is Nancy Grace of me to say, The Room gave me school shooter vibes.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Janet is making a point on YouTube right now. She's saying he wanted to make sure people seen that book cover.
Yeah, he's holding it up for the camera. I mean, it's very much a prop for him.
I think he very like the things he's into. It's a shallow interest, and he does it for the response from people.
Yeah.
That's most people that I know that read exclusively shit like Fight Club.
Yeah.
They're like, that's all I read is Palahniuk, like, and shit like Palahniuk. Like, why is that all you read?
Yeah.
How is that all you read? Because I don't like dour body horror all the time. That's a fun flavor,
horror.
but it's a fun flavor for sure. But it's kind of like me and The Walking Dead. Like, zombies are for October, baby. Like, I don't need that shit year round. I don't need y'all retelling the Bible with zombies.
My life is exclusively Halloween year round.
Yeah.
And so like it's constantly true crime and let's talk about cults and stuff like
Hmm.
that. I'm the
Well,
complete opposite. I love reading this shit all the time.
oh yeah, well hey, there's nothing
But
wrong. Yeah, ingesting it. There's just a certain level of like it can't be all I do. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like where
Yeah,
it's
and it's
like,
definitely not like I still walk away for a second and decide, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna watch Halloween Town and eat chocolate chip cookies.
yeah,
Because it can't be pumpkin spice every day.
yeah. Ooh, she just gave us his Pinterest name. B
Oh,
Laundrie 1197, baby. Thank you, Janet. Be sure to
yeah,
like,
I
channel,
think Mike's
subscribe,
right.
Janet. You're part of the Merc Radio crew now, I guess. This is that's sick. Um,
Bring back Rick to save the Walking Dead. Mike's right though. I don't know that we're ever really gonna know why. I don't think we're ever really gonna know what happened or why he did what he did because he's always gonna try and save face. He's a narcissist.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Things to burn off.
Yeah.
Strip albums, life goals. Where should we start, gang?
Mm, mm.
Hmm. Our house. Cool.
And
I
bleak.
don't.
He literally has one from 5 weeks ago called Bleak.
Oh,
What does that mean?
22 pins burnt out. Get out of here. I'm not logging. I'm not. I have a Pinterest account, guys. You
Log
got.
in to
I'm.
see
I'm
movie.
out. It is not on Pinterest. I'm sorry. Who would have thought that somebody that looks like this isn't on Pinterest? Um. It's. I know. Okay, burnt out zine. How to cope with autistic. Is he autistic?
I don't know.
Go to the My Heart, says Janice. Janice. You Janice now, baby.
My heart. There's a little baby cow.
Where's that shit? My girl, my heart. Oh, coping with autistic burn. Is he autistic? How long after did he return home? Asked Mike. I believe Mike. Uh, Brian tucked tail and ran home the day after she died. Like he left at the end of fucking August, and they didn't report her missing till September 11th. But he had been home for fucking 10 days.
Yeah, he had a solid 10 days before anyone
Yeah.
came knocking.
And my internet has decided to be shit.
Oh my goodness, there's a baby goat.
I would imagine this is hella cute. Hold on. Just keep
This
zooming in on this
went
page.
for a really interesting ride. If you start from the beginning, it's like cute and there's baby animals and there's like, the frog and the toad and da da
Oh,
da da da. And then as you scroll down, you see one where like somebody is handcuffed to another person and it says don't go.
whoa. Wait. Oh, if my internet will load fucking Pinterest, it is back to me. It's being.
And then there's, is it nyctophilia? Love of darkness or night, finding relaxation, comfort in the darkness.
Oh, in complete darkness? Oh shit, is he
Yeah.
somebody that. And he's walking around with no flashlight in the middle of the fucking night. This is a
Then there's another
creepy.
one that says we're fucked.
This is a creepy woods boy.
Um, Here's another one that says the opposite of lost. Don't try to find me. I finally escaped my master's wicked clutches. I think we read this a little bit ago.
We did. We read that
Uh,
one earlier. This on here. This one, the opposite of lost. Is that from the My
yeah,
Heart page on Pinterest?
yeah.
Hmm. Can't.
It's a really weird turn. As you scroll down, things get strange.
It just gets dark. Damn it. Well,
Yeah, it starts to get kind of dark. It's only after we've lost everything that we're free to do anything. What's this one?
I think too much of the world is on Brian Laundrie's fucking Pinterest, it's shut down for me. Oh, here we are finally. Oh my god. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, it gets kind of dark.
Oh, this
It gets a
frog in the.
little.
So he liked the frog and the toad as a kid. Why is Kermit in a suitcase?
I don't know.
Cute memes, dankest memes. You're an idiot. Mystery solved. Okay, weed smoker. Bam. Found some weed smoking memes.
Yeah, I think
Called
he
it.
definitely
We know our
partook.
we know our friends. We
he,
Kirby with Peter
he
Griffin's face. Okay.
anxiety. He's got one for anxiety. Huh.
This is okay. He
Homeboy's weird as shit.
Yeah, I think he was an unstable person.
Yeah, he's quite unstable. What the fuck is this?
Thinking, drinking, sinking, feeling. What is this? This is two squirrels choking each other.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah. Is that Evangelion in the background? Is this the end of Evangelion, but it's two squirrels killing each other?
That's kind of what it looks like.
The fuck?
I don't know.
That was a weird frog like in a coffin. Absolutely, Janice. That was Kermit in a suitcase. Fucking weird.
You take us. No, this
Fucking.
definitely needs to be seen. Here's another one. It says heat transfer.
Okay, yeah. That's an older one.
Oh, that's really weird. If you look at it when it's on the page, it actually shows several pictures in there, but whenever you click on it, there's only one
There's
picture.
only one and it's a Super Mario wallpaper.
Yeah.
Bizarre designs.
This is his designs, isn't it? Isn't that his, like,
Oh,
he's a
okay.
Depop or something like that.
Oh, yeah, this
And
is
those
all
are,
just mashing up Rick and Morty and Simpsons and shit. Okay. Bizarre designs.
yeah,
So he was like okay.
he was
I'm
an
kind of getting a feel
artist.
for his type now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, because I feed my squirrels every day. Yeah. Yeah, squirrels, that was a weird watching squirrels strangle each other. Uh, Won't that be bleak? That's the 21 weeks ago kids books.
Yeah, Mike, I think you're right. I think he won't go super far from family, and I think what needs to happen in my opinion is we need to map out, not we, but the police need to map out where his family is
Yeah.
because he's going to go somewhere.
Extend yeah, this is yeah, that's a job for the feds. They're gonna have to figure out everybody he's associated with, build that web
Yeah,
of like where he could potentially go, and start surveilling those people in places. Uh, that's that. I don't know any other way that they would go about that.
life goals. Oh, albums. Okay. Let's see what he's into. Dead Man by Neil Young. Lots of Neil Young. Talking Heads, Kinks, Rolling Stones.
You can learn a lot about somebody from their music taste. Where's album
Yeah,
goes? Beatles. Yeah,
yeah.
so I mean he's a weed smoker, so I kind of some of these aren't, they make sense.
Yep, yep.
Pink Floyd, Animals, that shit's on I play that. It's on my shit all the time. Adam Hart Mother's a
Lots
good
of
time.
them. Lots of the Kink.
Mm-hmm. Rolling
David
Stones.
Bowie.
Okay, no, this is kind of short. He's kind of I think he might be kind of a shallow
Yeah,
kind of person.
yeah. I
I hate
think you're
saying that,
right.
but do you know what I mean by that? Like he just seems
Yeah,
kind
yeah, yeah,
of surface level
yeah.
interested in things that are reactionary. Like he's
Yeah,
fitting
he really
in.
likes knee jerker shit. Like he
Yeah,
just really wants to make you go. That's all he wants. Because anything deeper than that, and it's too deep. But
it's too deep. Or he just
yeah,
it probably doesn't register to him. I think maybe he's autistic.
here's a tattoo. It says you're too good to let me go. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't
Yes.
trust his fucking page, man. What a strange it's I don't know. But I've never been a male with a Pinterest. So I don't is this what guys Pinterests look like? Cuz it feels do you remember
I don't
Ezra McC
know.
do you remember the case of the story of Ezra McCandless? She killed
Yeah.
her lover, boyfriend, lover.
Yes.
Yeah, and she was, loco for Choco Puffs.
Mm-hmm.
This he kind of gives me Ezra McCandless vibes.
Does he?
He does. I don't know why. Like it's this kind of like BPD mentally they're not necessarily like independent enough to form their own kind of thing. They have to find something else and really attach to it. And if it tries
Yeah.
to run away or buck them back, they fucking strangle it to death. And
Yeah, they
it's
hold
dead to
on so
them.
tight they choke it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Can
that
they
makes
pick up a
sense.
burner phone? Asked Janet. No, there's probably no tracing a burner phone. That
No,
Brian
not
is using.
really.
No. They could have gone and
You
got a
think that
fucking burner
after
phone.
all the years that we've had to figure out a way to trace burner phones, they just wouldn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I would imagine they would have stopped it, but then toward the end of the Obama administration, the Obama phone happened, which is like a government issued burner phone. Like,
Yeah,
is he a survivalist? Asked Mike. Here's the thing: if I had dollars to donuts, he's not an actual survivalist, but he's read about it. He's
yeah.
probably read Into the Wild. He probably
He's
thinks he
watched
is.
a lot of Survivor, man. Like,
Yeah,
thinks he should drink his own pee kind of guy.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely think that he thinks he is. His dad seems to be very convinced that he's a survivalist.
yeah,
Uh, because they were, and I can't remember who said this exactly, but someone had said he could survive out there for months, and I'm like, that
yeah.
sounds daunting. That's really shitty. Um,
I don't think he
yeah,
could pull it off. I think he would pull a fucking Into the Wild and eat the wrong berries and fucking die. I personally don't think dude has the actual mental wherewithal to like I think he's a person who is peripherally and like on a surface level very interested in the end of the wildlife. I
sure.
think I think he
I don't
finds
think he has the
comfort.
guts to actually do it though.
I think he finds comfort in
Um,
darkness.
sure. Yeah.
He likes walking around at night in dark, weird places. He kind of makes that clear in this Pinterest.
Well, and
And
and just the lack of flashlight in this game cam picture.
if that's him, that's spoopy. Why are you out there crawling around like a cougar, bruh?
Like, Booger.
What are you, a mountain lion, bro? Are you shitting out there in the dark? Like, why are you comfortable out there like that? That's
I
not
don't know.
that's not healthy in any realm of psychoanalysis. That's just not.
Yeah,
That's just not. Like,
in general, not safe to walk around in at dark.
no, it's fucking insane.
um, yeah, I wonder if his parents were afraid of him, even though they are guilty of hiding stuff.
Yeah,
Maybe, maybe. I have definitely
yeah.
seen cases where the parents are like, we didn't know what to do because we were afraid they would retaliate.
I'll tell you right now, if I was the state of Florida, I would file charges against that family for obstruction of justice if he is found guilty of premeditated homicide. And after I press, if it doesn't go any way, well, regardless, after pressing charges against the family for fucking obstruction of justice, I would fucking urge the family to take them to civil court and press charges against the entire Laundrie family for the fucking wrongful death of their fucking daughter.
Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
could, even if there's not necessarily justice in criminal court, as we know from things like the O.J. Simpson case, there can be justice in civil court.
Mm-hmm.
And
Absolutely.
either way, no matter what happened, I don't see a way of Brian Laundrie getting out of not being responsible for the death of Gabby Petito.
Yeah, I agree with Mike. I hope a gator gets him.
The
And
gator gets him, yeah.
I really like what Kevin said. He's a coddled mama's boy. Yeah, I think so, and I think that's why he's so fucked up.
Yeah, wouldn't last 24 hours in the swamp. Absolutely, Kevin. No, yeah, Mike. I'm glad everyone's agreeing with my assessment on that. That he's not actually a fucking country
No,
hiking boy. He's not.
no,
He ain't
I
gonna
think
survive
he's
out
a
there.
coddled ass little mama's boy who
Yeah,
is running terrified right now. But
yeah,
that doesn't I really think his parents helped him do so. I have seen some
Yeah.
parents really coddle their children all the way up until their 30s and 40s, and it makes for some people that don't know how to fucking live at all. They
Yeah.
just don't know how to live in society because they're so used to people handing them things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a wimp.
He's a wimp. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Need a
I
psychic.
think he's a coward.
We could absolutely. Yeah, we could totally Hi- what, Ghislaine? Hello.
I love when people do that because I'm just like, hey.
I've had hey fat sup family.
Okay.
If me fat, yeah, I know. I would assume the people that can see me know. Uh, I would hope. I like that it was fat with two A's, like Rob, like a sob. I'm thought.
Uh,
uh,
yeah. Okay, so Janet said that she's been in bad relationships because of their mothers.
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
sometimes for some reason, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm so thankful that I'm not the good mom, because my mom was like this, and Derek's mom was like this. I'm gonna call her out and not even care. They really feel like they have every right to be up in their kid's business
Yeah.
because it's their kid,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
You can
Oh.
find this
Oh.
one in a cave. But not
My
where it
crazy
is.
mom tortured my baby mama. Tortured her.
Yeah,
Tortured her. Like
yeah.
was
Derek's mom did the same
fucking
thing.
my mother would absolutely help me fucking sneak to Mexico if I had murdered my baby mama. Like I'm just
Oh
saying.
yeah,
Like
Derek's
absolutely.
mom.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Derek's mom would sell her
Yeah.
fucking soul to the devil
Yeah.
if it meant getting him out of here because he had murdered me.
Yeah. Yeah. And my mom wouldn't do it because it has anything to do with her sweet baby boy. It's just because fuck that bitch. Like that
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like mother-in-laws are fucking it's always on the male side and they're always fucking crazy. And half the time it's on the mom side and then that's twice as fun. You know what I mean? That's twice as crazy.
Yeah, it really is because chances are the daughter that she's defending and up in her shit of is just as nuts as she is.
Mm-hmm. 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 God
But
forbid they
yeah,
get
there's
together at any point.
something right. There's something crazy, like really wild about mamas that feel like they can be and should be up in the shit of their sons. And I'm like, did you marry him? I don't understand what we're doing.
That
Uh,
well, and I've
yeah.
had my mother explain this to me in a very clear way one time. I asked her, but just plain as day, I said, "Do you believe in the concept of altruism? Do you feel
Mhm.
altruistically toward me?" And she said, "Well, you'll have to define altruism." I said, "Selfless act. Would you jump in front of a bus for me?" And she said, "It's very complicated to explain, but you are an extension of myself." There is nothing
Interesting.
she's like anytime I've ever seemingly acted selflessly for you, that is a selfish indulgence on my part.
Oh, very
Mentally.
interesting, Mama Merc.
Yeah. Yeah. So, some mothers are like that. And again, dollars to donuts, Brian Laundrie's mama is probably like, that's an extension of myself. That's my sweet cherub baby. And he
Yeah.
came out of my punane and I'm gonna make sure he gets to Mexico.
You fucking say poo name. After that whole like deep insight from Mama Merc, you're like came out of my poonane.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. She did.
That's
Alec,
interesting.
why laugh? Well, when things are unfortunately traumatic or a lot to deal with emotionally, some people use humor as a coping mechanism.
I do.
Yeah, this is
I do.
actually a completely normal thing that a lot of humans do. It's weird
I
that this is the
have.
first time he's encountered it. I know, yeah, we both have this particular stream. That's funny, but yeah, why we're laughing.
Why are you fucking laughing? Well, because you have to sometimes. If not, you just cry. That's all.
John Curtis
Uh,
says a man will rush into a burning building if he hears a child crying inside with no regard to self-preservation. Now, are you generalizing about all men? Because that's not true. Not all men
yeah,
will.
not all men. Some
Some men
men.
will, for sure.
Yeah,
Some women will, but not all women, not all men. I'm not
yeah,
going to
not all
generalize
women, not
about.
all men. some men will kill their children and put them in oil bins.
Yeah.
Chris Watts.
Yeah. Yeah. They're not, yeah, there's no, I'm not going to generalize about the altruism expressed by men because men are seemingly the least altruistic if we're going to weigh both sides of the species.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're being honest here, I mean, let's look at who fought the most of our major conflicts in our species.
Mhm.
I think it was men.
I think so.
I
But
think it was men.
did it have something to do with women not being allowed?
A big chunk of it. We had shield maidens, in Norse culture.
Yeah.
There's plenty of Boudica. You have plenty of historical examples of badass women, warrior women. Joan of Arc,
Mm.
Boudica, again, shield maidens, Valkyries.
John
Yeah.
says it's human nature, and then he said, then they aren't a man.
That, okay, for sure, John. Sure, I agree with that sentiment. As somebody who's done selfless acts for children plenty of times, a little background on myself: I've had partial custody of my sister's three children in the past. I've helped raise all of my siblings. I've probably reared into high school, what,
Hmm.
seven kids now, and I'm
Yeah.
30. Absolutely. I agree with John. Yeah, if I wouldn't consider you a man if you're not someone who
I wouldn't
really
consider you
prioritizes children.
human.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
wouldn't consider you human if you wouldn't do the same thing, you know?
yeah. Well, running away from just an example. There's a kid in danger in front of you. Some men would run away. Some men would call the cops. Some men would physically intervene.
Yeah.
I know from experience my fight or flight, I would probably physically intervene